the meltdown people are having about Nolan's new film, The Odyssey. I mean, it's not even out yet. It's honestly, it's ridiculous, man. A lot of it as well, instigated by these reaction channels. I mean, you know what we think about reaction channels.
Well.
And they all have to conform to the same sort of opinion as well. Especially the bigger ones. They can't, you know, go a different route or think of a different opinion. It's all got to be the same because they have to do, it's like the populist vote, you know, we must keep to that same, you know, ideas and opinions, because if we go off route, we're deemed to be probably outcast. Honestly, get a life. Grow up. Honestly, it's a joke. I need to be having a meltdown about it. It started right. Yeah, and exactly, but that's what they do. They just get a bee in the bunny about something. They just stick to it, and that's it. And it just grows and grows, and then that's what they do. And they seem to think as though they have this power or this control of everything. I think they get off on it, to be honest with you.
Fucking right.
I really do. Like I said, you know, our opinions on reaction channels aren't great, and we'll do a separate video about that. But it's been a long time coming, that one, hasn't it?
Aye.
Yeah, we keep saying, yeah, exactly. To get paid vast amount of money to sit there and judge other people's work. Can't come up with something themselves, can't come up with their own original content, just make money, just have an opinion about someone else. I can't understand people that watch it, but you know, there you go. But yeah, we'll do a different video about that one. But yeah, going back to this whole, it first started, the first trailer came out, and you get that initial reaction, which, great, you know, it's a Nolan film, great, it looks good, and then some fucking bell end starts going on about, I don't know, the suits and the armor. It's not the same of that era. It's inaccurate now. Just for an heads up for people that aren't familiar with what's going on, okay? And if you're listening to this, the Odyssey is a fictional story. It's made up. It never happened. Here's a big clue: Greek mythology. That's what this is based on. A fucking big clue: mythology. It didn't happen. These people didn't exist. So first you got this issue about the uniform, saying, they're not. It's a fictional fucking story. A director is adaptation of what once, you know, it started out as a poem novel all them years ago. And, you know, I don't even need to really go into the story because it's quite a basic story, to be honest with you. You know, Greek army goes and takes over Troy, and then on the way, it's about the story about the main character on his way back home and all the adversities that he has to face and everything else, the struggles and hardship and everything that's going on at home, and then he gets back, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so it's not you know a mind-bending story, you know what I mean? It's quite, you know, rudimentary in the fact that it's a very basic story, but it's all the things that go on in between. But because they're all kicking off at first about the fact that the uniforms wasn't of that era. I mean, fucking AI videos coming out on these reaction channels, what it should look like. Does it fucking matter, really?
I know.
Artistic license, a suspension of disbelief. It's a fictional fucking story. What difference does it make? Right, and I'll come on to this about adaptations in a minute, because there's other things that people, for some reason, you just say, they've overlooked that bit. So we had the first one, right, and then it was kicking off. Then there were sort of rumours about casting, not confirmed, but some sort of rumours, yeah. But then the second trailer comes out. Oh, fucking hell! Honestly, it's shit at the fan end, isn't it, with these channels? Because all of a sudden, it's then appears that, you know, first it's about the dialogue. He didn't talk like that. How it's depicting dialect on it and some of the accents. You know what? If Nolan had done this using Greek actors in the Greek language, you'd have got fucking slaughtered for that by all these people. You know, it should be in English. It should be in English. It should be in Greek. They'd have been moaning about that. So he can't win either way. So he does it, and the dialect, the accent, whatever. You take it for what it is. It's his adaptation of it. It doesn't fucking matter because it's a fictional story, right? So that's the whinge about that. And then, for some fucking reason, this whole Helena Troy thing, you've just gone absolutely ballistic on this, because it's been in Nolan's film. It's been portrayed by an actress. Now, you know what I'm like when it comes to speaking to people of colour. It's wrong. We're all human beings. It doesn't matter the difference what your ethnic background is. Okay, and that comes from me. Look, me and Kut say we've known since we were 6 years old. 50 years we've been busy mates. We've been with each other through thick and thin. We've battled with each other. We've fought, side to side with each other. We've he's, you know what I mean. He's fought for me. I fought for him. There's just all them things that's gone on over the years, all right. And most of the time when it comes to Kut say, it's the shit fucking racism crap that you get from so many people. Even the smallest of things get said, right? And so to me, when I never look at people by the colour of the skin.
I know.
I look at for the humour. And like, it's actually been played by a black actress. Doesn't matter that she's a fucking damn good actress. Doesn't matter that she's beautiful. Oh, no. Because in the original, so you can't have that. Oh, no. She had fair skin. So fucking what? Fuck off. It's a fictional story. It doesn't matter how she's portrayed or in what ethnic background. Does it fucking matter, really? I mean, this is the annoying thing, right? Okay. I mean, nobody seems to fucking moan about the lead role. In fact, he's an American. Matt Damon's American. And some of the other actors obviously English. But, oh, yeah, that's glossed over that. Fucking hell, but because, she's black. So what? So fucking what? What difference does it make? She's a fucking good actress. She's a fine actress. She's beautiful. What fucking difference does it honestly make? Or because it's not the story, it's not the story. And this is the thing that I've gone about adaptations and traditions and accuracies, right? The first Troy film with Brad Pitt. So you've got an American actor playing Troy. You've got Hector and Paris, played by 2 Australian actors.
Aye.
You've got Helena Troy, played by a German actress. You've got Agamemnon, played by a Scottish actor.
Aye.
And his brother, a Scottish actor. And then Troy's king, English actor. Nobody fucking mentioned it. So, all right then. So, fair enough. You're talking different actors from different parts of the world, different actors. But nobody mentions that. I didn't hear anybody at the time saying, they should be fucking great. No, none of that. Okay. So what is this about then? Is it about race or is it about something else? So then you go looking and think, okay, then let's talk adaptations, right? This is the other thing. What happens then if you look back at other films that's been made? Because they don't seem to mind about this. Like take, but can you imagine, right? If like the Nolan Batman trilogy or any other Batman film, the Matt Reeves, any of them came out, but because of tradition and because of accuracy, the Batman suit has to be from the very first time it was ever seen. Or it has to be the one that Adam West wore in the series.
Right.
It's got to be that one. It can't be anything, because that's accurate. We can't go against tradition. Can you imagine if every Batman film had been done with the costume that Adam West wears? Honestly. Did it be honestly the fucking meltdown that would have caused them, wouldn't they? They would have done it all, wouldn't they?
Aye.
Oh, you can't do that. Fucking hell. It's got to be modern. It's got to be modern. All right, so it's someone's adaptation because it's a fictional fucking character. That's why. Just like if Superman had the original suit, Spider-Man had the original suit back in the day, if any of these characters had it, because you're going by historical accuracy, even though they're fictional, that's what they're moaning about. That's what they're fucking whinging about. Oh, you can't have a black actress doing that. Oh, fuck off. And this is the thing. It's like that one as well. Matt Reeves, Batman, brilliant film. Nobody batted an eyelid that Jim Gordon was then being portrayed by a black actor. Nobody said a fucking word about that. Right, fine. Traditionally, through the comics, he's always been a white character. So, great. He's been portrayed by a black actor. Fine, no problem. But where was the meltdown about that? And that was a fictional story, just like this is. But for some reason, they got a fucking hard on about this. Well, we can't do that. It's got to be tradition. It's got to be realize it used to. You know what? You know the next thing, they'll be fucking moaning next about what colour fucking Cyclops' eye is. I'm telling you now. You wait. Comes out, it should be blue. It should be brown. It should be green. Just fucking watch. Honestly, they'll just moan about anything and everything that's there to moan at because they've got the bean bonnet about it now. Because of what, a couple of things. Oh, the armour's not quite. These should have been like that. Fuck off. You know what? I'd love it if Nolan went, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not doing any more films. Fuck off. I'd love it if you said that. It's right, last film, sod you. I've got enough money, I can do what I don't need to do this. Right, you wait a few years' time. Oh, I wish we had Nolan bring a film out. He's one of the greatest directors in our generation. He produces amazing films. If you don't like them, fair enough. It's your prerogative. That's your right. But these fucking reaction channels, man, the way that they just armor themselves about this, and it's every time you go on YouTube, every fucking day, since it comes out, it's just one after another, because they've all joined on the bandwagon. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. What? It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter it should matter to anybody. It's a fictional stuff. That's the point. Entertainment. There's a big word. Entertainment. Watch the film first. But you know what? Because they've slagged it off, even if they go and they think, well, that was a great film, they won't admit it.
Yeah.
These reaction channels won't say, you know what, despite all that, what an amazing fucking film that was. They won't. Because they look like hypocrites. So because now they've slagged it off, they've got to carry on slagging it off, even if it's a great film. How sad is that? But these reaction channels, go out and fucking, we said we'll go out another video of this, and we will. But these reaction channels, just, you know what, how about you go and create your own stuff? Original stuff. Why don't you have a crack at making a movie? Why don't you try doing something like that? Why don't you try doing something creative? Instead of just sit there on your fucking ass, just picking faults off everybody else's hard work. If you don't like it, fine. But when you start going on about, it's a fictional, this is fictional, for fuck's sake. Like, if this is a biopic film, if this is about a real person, right, which we've seen these films, if it's like we've had in the past, we've had films, like Tina Turner, Whitney Houston, Amy Winehouse. If we have for the men, we have Elvis, Ray Charles, Elton John, right? Then obviously you do pick an actor of the same ethnic background. Of course you do, because it was about a real person. Okay, that's a given. It's about a real person. But when you're talking about a fictional story, it doesn't matter because it's made up. I mean, if the original said, they make, I don't know, Jay Odysseus, he was 6'7", built like a brick shit house, and he walked with a limp. And if anybody, if you change that, well, we can't have the limp, we'll do that info. Nobody will be batting an eyelid about that. Or he's only got one arm. He's thick as shit. Or, I don't know, he stutters. Do you want to mind if that had been changed? Oh, that's all right. They just pick things as they want, and they just latch onto it. Like I say, look at all the other films, the fictional films, where characters have been changed, or maybe, like you say, different actors, different ethnic backgrounds, playing roles that, traditionally has been in the comics or graphic novels, or in maybe old TV series that's been adapted to a film. Maybe they'll be by different actors with different ethnic backgrounds. But no, because this particular one, for some fucking reason, they've got a real... Honestly, they are. They just need to grow up. It's pretty fucking sad, isn't it? It pisses me off, mate, because like the reaction channels, like I said, instigating a lot of this. What really winds you up is to get paid to just sit there and just think, I'm going to judge these people, I'm going to judge this. I have never in my entire life ever watched or not watched, listened or not listened, read or not read, any sort of, whether it's a film, a book, music, any medium, right? I have never done that based on someone else's opinion. Never. I'll go and watch it myself, listen to it myself, read it myself. So many times I've watched films or read books and music, and they've absolutely slated it and called it the worst thing. I've watched it or listened to it or read it. Fucking brilliant.
Aye.
Equally, they've praised it. Oh, this is magnificent. You've got to see this, or a book or music. I'd do the same thing. And I think, not for me, it is. Sometimes I've agreed with them because it's about opinion. Your personal opinion. No one can tell you what you should like or shouldn't like. No one should give you this crap about, they shouldn't be doing this because it's trying to put people off. Why? For entertainment. I'll tell you what, like I say, if Nolan said, fuck you, I'm not doing it anymore. Let some, other directors, let some directors not as good, let them have a go at certain stuff. Some getting bored then, wouldn't they? Oh, but because it's you know what though? I kid you not. I put the Yanks though, innit? I kid you not. honestly, I genuinely think that certain people in America, they actually think that, like the Batman and Superman and Spider-Man, and like you say, with this film, Odysseus and the Odyssey, I genuinely think they think these are real people. Honestly. I do. I think they honestly think in their mind that they're real people. Mind you, this is a country that thinks that WWE wrestling or whatever is fucking real. Come on. For fuck's sake. Oh, honestly, man, he's mind-numbing, isn't it? And it's everything that it's the hypocrisy of it all. Though they're just fucking hypocrites because they'll slate it for one thing, with another film that they've enjoyed and praised, and they've done exactly the same thing in changing casts, ethnic backgrounds or whatever they've done. That's all right for some reason, but this one isn't. That'll be okay, but that not over there isn't. This will be fine, but not that there. Oh, you're all right with that, but you can't do that. That's what it's like. And they, like you said, they just sit there in sort of allegiance to each other, I think, half the time. I mean, yeah, like you say, reaction channels go and fucking create something they can't. Do you know how bad it is, right? Reaction channels, they're now, it's bad enough what they do or to start with, or read an article from a magazine that anyone else can read, but I'll read it out online. This is what they do now, right? They watch other people's reaction and then they make a reaction of that. Oh, fucking hell, man. How do they get paid for this stuff? How is that right? And because my biggest bugbear about this is, right, there are probably hundreds of thousands, millions of people who are trying to create a YouTube channel that's original, that's their own original content, right? And they're struggling to do it, and they're struggling to get off the ground, and they're working on, they're working as much as they can. They might be working their day job, trying to do it in the spare time to get it going, and they're struggling, and they might be doing it as long as these reaction channels. And they're trying to produce original content, but because it's not took off, whereas someone who sits on a fucking ass watching other people's work and judging it, and they get what? They get more views, subscribers, everything. I don't give a toss about what. I don't care about how fucking wealthy that means nothing to me. That it's the principle of it. It's the principle of the fact that they're doing this, okay, and they're earning money just by judging other people's work, but they can't fucking do it themselves, and they make a living out of it. It's ridiculous, man. It's honestly, and like I say, it's part and parcel with this. This is what it is. Yeah, they've slated it off because somebody has, and everybody joins in. Oh, fictional. Do you not understand what fiction is? It's made up. It didn't exist. It didn't happen. So many characters based in original. It's just an adaptation of it. It's just a different look, a different feel, a different take on it. That's all it is. And like I say, if they did all these other films, your comic book characters or anything, if they did all that, all the same traditional, it'd be pretty boring, wouldn't it? Yeah. If they're saying Batman, a new Batman film comes out, and you just know what suit you, or a Superman suit comes out, it's just what it was back in the day when it first came out, or like you say, Spider-Man, or any of these other characters, okay? If any of them had left that as original as it was, when it first came out, these fucking people would be whinging and whining, saying, no, it should be up to date. So you try to do something that's, I'm not saying up to date, I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, that's the other thing. There are films that's been brought up to the Romeo and Juliet. That's been done a few times, and that's been done like as a modern film. Nobody fucking moans about that. And that's a fictional story. So what's the difference? That's what I mean. It's just the hypocrisy of it. It's just, oh, yeah, you say, that one's fantastic. That one's brilliant. You can't say about that. That's great. It doesn't matter that the characters are, different ethnic background. Oh, that's fine. Oh, but that one there, you can't have that. That's out of order. Fuck off, man. Honestly. You just need to get a life. Honestly. You know what? Don't go and see it. Don't waste your time then. If you they'll go and say, oh, well, I've got to see it because it's for you guys, so we can give you we can give our opinion. I don't really give a fuck about your opinion because I ain't going to see it or not see it because of what you say. Oh, that's the other thing as well. Achilles, who we don't know for definite yet, is going to be in this film. We have no idea. The claim is by these reaction channels that it's going to be played by a trans actor. Well, we don't know that for definite yet. No, it's been confirmed yet. But it's just like, oh no, we'll go with that because it goes against what we're you know, we can't go against what we're popularizing and saying, oh, well, this is this is, you know, it's all inaccurate. It's all about, and now they're doing a trans, they're killing. Oh, fuck off. They haven't got a clue where it's going to happen yet. They don't know. They've got no idea yet. Laugh your bollocks off is not to do with it, honestly. This is the time when you just hope that all these reaction channels just get egg on the face, man. But you just get slapped in the face by all these people. They're going to watch it for what it is. A fictional story, a different adaptation of it, fantastic film. Yeah. To all those the doubters and that, fuck off. Go and whinge about something else. And they will. They'll find something else to moan about. You watch. Yeah. They'll all be at it. You watch. I mean, the biggest anticipated film is obviously Avengers Doomsday. There's so many different, all these people that come out with these leaks and stuff. There's leaks this and leaks that, and now the plot's here and the plot's there, and then these reaction channels are sort of allowing these other people to read it out, and they watch these other channels, right? Watching a reaction channel. What they do, right, is they don't play too much of the video anyway, so they have to stop it because it could be copyright. If you just literally played out a reaction channel, another reaction channel, and just play it in its entirety without an interruption, they could deem to be, copyrighted. It could be done for copyright, I should say. Because they're basically just earning money off the back of someone's video. But that's what they're doing anyway. You just stop it every few minutes, have a little say, and carry on. But it's amazing how many of these reaction channels, they have you believe that, I've never seen this yet. I'll have to watch it. I've heard about this, I'll watch it. Of course they fucking watched it already. Because then when they go having their little notes and opinions about stuff, oh yeah, I was just saying that he's just come up with. They make themselves look more intelligent and making sort of more. I've got the same ideas and opinions as this guy, who's obviously got a bigger channel than me. So what I'll do, I'll stop it and pause it, and then I'll say what I want to say, and then when I play, continue with it with what these other individuals say on this reaction channel, they'll repeat what I've just said, and I'll look great. That's what they fucking do, man. And they think we're fake. You see so many times they do that. So many, and they make out as though that, we just said the same thing as I was thinking. Oh, fuck off, whatever. Don't be taken in by it. All these reaction channels, just fucking ignore them. Go and watch it for yourself or do what. It doesn't matter about this film, any film. But yeah, like you said about Avengers Doomsday coming up, they'll start picking faults on that soon. There'll be something. There's a few sort of things going on already, isn't there, about stuff. And you wait while more comes out, they'll start picking little faults, and they're doing it with every film. They do. And the ones that they just can't criticize whatsoever, and it's like, it's just like magnificent, 10 out of 10, absolutely amazing, absolutely brilliant. You can't do anything wrong, right? And that's because at some point, a big reaction channel will have said that, this is amazing. They've all got to conform to it to make them look like the same ideas and the same opinions. Because God forbid somebody will say, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. What he's saying about that film, I don't agree with it. I haven't got a problem with it. But yeah, it's just a level. I just feel as though it's racism, man. I don't feel going about that. It's so bad. You're right. I'll quickly tell you this. I don't know. It is sort of linked in such a way because obviously it's about me being Cutsy and how I feel about this, about when people speak about colour, right? Years ago, one of me and Cutsy's mates, it was our birthday, right? It was in town, okay, and he'd hired one of the rooms. It was the big pub on the corner in town on Thingy Street, yeah. And it's a massive pub, but you can hire out certain parts of the pub for individual private parties. And it was Terry, right? Okay, and it was his 40th, and he told us we were having his party, and so what time, whatever. So, Cutsy, we were going to meet everyone. We were all going to meet at the pub. So, Cutsy, he went his own way, and I met him there, and the rest of the lads came in. So I walked in, and it's packed, right? Obviously, busy pub. It's one of the biggest in town, right? Biggest in town. So I says to the barmaid, goes over and says, "Excuse me," I says, "Do you know where?" Says his name. So she looks on a list, and she went, right. So she comes out to the other side of the bar. It's packed, like I say, and she starts pointing to where I need to go. And she points out, she says, "Oh, you see that guy there with the blue shirt on? Yeah. That guy stood next to him with the grey shirt on. Yeah, I see him. You see that black guy next to him? There." So I says, "Why did you call him the black guy?"
Aye.
"What do you mean?" I said, "Why did you refer to him as the black guy? Those two lads, why didn't you say those two white lads there? Why didn't you do that?" Next thing I could see one of other staff had come over, and I think, he heard what was going on. So what's the problem? I said, "Yeah, I don't understand why you're referring to that, as the black guy. Those two get, well, he's got a white, he's got a blue shirt and a grey shirt on. The black guy, he's got a white, couldn't you just say the guy with the white shirt on? Why has it got to be?"
Always the same.
Yeah, exactly. And I just said, "So, they've got the guy with the white shirt on, the grey shirt on. What about the lad? He's got a blue shirt on. Why can't you just point him out?" He said, "Oh, it's the black guy." Now, I didn't know this, but Cutsy was actually at the bar. He was that packed, you couldn't see him. But he'd seen me through the crowd and that, and he came over and he said, "Oh," so he goes, "Have you heard this?" So I tells him, he goes, "Oh, just come on, mate." I said, "No, it's fucking out of order." Next thing, Nat Dorman, me and Cutsy knew Walt Dorman. And when they sort of, somebody I think it must have been bar manager, he must have called them over because he's like, "There's going to be trouble."
Aye.
They came over, saw it was us two, me and Cutsy, and then just turned around and walked back and thought, "You're not going to fuck about." So it was like one of them where you deal with it. And anyway, Cutsy says, "Come on, let's just leave it." But that pissed me off, and it's just a little thing. And he's had that all his life. Why? Because he's different ethnic background. He's not to me. He's my mate Cutsy. He's a human being. We're all the same on the inside. And it's the same thing as what depicted in this film now about, we've got a black actress playing a role that apparently, it's in scripture, it's law, it should be done by a white person, a white woman with blonde hair. It's got it because it said it in a fictional story. Do me a favour, honestly, it's so fucking sad, man. These people are, honestly, they need to get a life. I don't know what YouTube's doing by allowing this, by the way. I think it's wrong that they can honestly get paid for just reacting to the people's work. I don't agree with it. I don't know why these movie companies, why they just don't either say, "Right, we want a cut of what you're doing. You're showing us stuff. We want to," I'm not saying stop them talking about it, but say, you can say what you want, but how many of it show you footage, or how many show you images and pictures, and you just think, well, by rights, there should be, this content actually isn't theirs. They haven't made it. They haven't produced it. A trailer comes out, but it's their own movie channel. The movie company has got its own channel, so it shows it out as a trailer.
Aye.
These other people look for it and react to it. And you think, well, I don't get it. Why do they get paid money for their reaction showing clips of the film or what trailer, wherever it is? And you got on the other side of it, you've got these other people who are trying damned hardest to come up with their own content, and they're getting nowhere. How is that right? I don't get it. I'm sure. I'm sure they will. They'll come up and say, "Oh no, it's this, that." And if people want to watch the people reacting, that's up to them. That's fine. I just don't agree with the fact that they're getting paid to do it, because it's not even them that's created the work. Yeah, and then when there's other people that, like I said, trying damn hard to do it, it's wrong. But like I said, their opinions, keep them to yourself then. Well, we're allowed to voice it. Having a right to an opinion doesn't always mean you have to voice it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can think, what? How many times have we done that? You have an opinion about something, you think, what, probably best not to mention it, and it's just like, it's going to stir things up, or it's not the right time, or think about it, or come up with something, or whatever. But no. But because we have to say what we want to say, because we've got that right, We're damn lucky that we do have the ability to voice our opinion in a way, or even have an opinion, a free thinking opinion, because there's plenty of places in this world where you can't. But like I said, nobody's forced to like it. Nobody has to like something. You must like it. Nobody's saying that. And if that bothers you that much, just don't fucking watch it then. But the fact the argument that this is about is the fact it's a fictional story. It makes no difference who plays what ethnic background they are. It makes no fucking difference, because it's a made up story. And I just, like I said, for the life of me, I can't work out how it is that it seems to be acceptable for some films of a fictional character, but not all right for another fictional character. Fucking mad, but honestly, I think that's what it did half the time. It's just to make more views. That's what they want. Oh, we need some more views. We need some more money. Or let's be controversial. Let's just slag something off. Let's just completely destroy something just because we can. Fuck off. You know what I mean? It'd be lovely if people just stop watching him. That'd be even better, that, wouldn't it? They'd be so panicking then, wouldn't they? Right. Yeah, I know, it's probably been longer than it should have been, this one. But it is though, mate. And it's, I know I've gone off on a tangent about other things as well, and what's it got to do with this? It's just there's just so much element of racism involved in this. I don't get it.
Aye.
I never have understood it. It's one thing in this world I wish didn't exist. Racism is fucking horrible. It's cruel. It's all the rest. Bullying, racism, all the rest of it. We have the power to get rid of it. We have the power to stop it. But it's just people that just it's bred into them. You're not born racist.
Right.
You're not born to be a bully. It's bred into you. You're taught it. And this idea of, she's a human being, for fuck's sake. Because she's, different ethnic background. Oh, she can't possibly be allowed to, fuck off. Next it'll be about, honestly, to be whinging about somebody's, like I say earlier on, we were about the uniforms and the costumes and stuff like that. So what? Who gives a shit? It's not like they're doing it in up-to-date tactical military gear, is it? They're walking around with, you know what I mean? Camouflage and yeah, exactly. Walking around like they do, like, the modern era of the soldier now. But if somebody did an adaptation of it and made it more into a modern time, right, make one like that. Because I bet if they did, people would be praising, oh, this is different, this is new, I like how they've done that. That's what I mean. They've just got a fucking hard on for something at the minute, haven't they? And that's the thing, you've all conformed to the same. They're all going to look stupid. They're all going to have egg on the face, mate. I like to see them worm their way out of it. If it's a great film and people are praising it, I'm thinking, right, get out of that one then. But they won't. They'll think everybody else is wrong. They're only right. Only them. Only they can be right. And they know more best because they're professional. They're experienced. No, they're not. They just sit there judging. Yeah, if you don't like it, you're never going to please everybody. Never, no matter who you are. Yeah, the plan is when you're making a movie or write a book or do a musical, whatever it is, the emphasis and the hope is that you're going to produce something that the vast majority of people like and enjoy. Of course, that's what you want. That's a given. But I won't go losing any sleep if there's a section of people that don't like it. If a film's not very good at all, everyone will judge it for what it is and think, you know what, it's not as good as I thought it was going to be, but, it was all right. You've got people giving it ratings and all, this is something out of 5 or something out of 10 or is this good? Fuck off. Yeah, that's just their own personal opinion. Let them have it. Yeah, because obviously they can't, yeah, but that's a problem. They can't warrant their own sort of opinion because they have to, how do they justify it? Yeah, their own justification for this one in particular is because it's not the very first book it was done, based on a poem, I might say, and the fact that it's been altered in each time over the years because obviously the language difference and things.
Aye.
But like I say, if this had been done in traditional Greek language, right, and had subtitles, they'd be fucking moaning about that then. So he can't win either way. You can't please everyone. So, like I say, just take it for what it is. If you want to watch them channels and take note of them, that's up to you. That's your decision. That's, yeah, for the whole meltdown for the inches happening, it's ridiculous, man. I wouldn't blame the guy, Nolan, if he says, you know what, and like I know I've said it a few times, he said, you want to do that? Fuck you, I ain't doing any more. I'm not, we're not working hard and producing these movies. But yeah, you don't have to like him. I'm not saying he's saying he should. He said before, we just hope we can produce something that people's going to enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, fair enough. But when he starts getting judged on his choices of how he's telling the story or the actors behind it, that's got nothing to do. It's about the story. It's about how good the film looks. That's what it should be.
Aye.
But it isn't now. It's gone to a point now where what they're going to moan at next? What's the next thing they're going to whinge at? The next film that comes out that's going to receive criticism. I don't mean a Nolan film. I mean somebody else. They'll just look for something. Like I said, the Doomsday one, but there'll be something else will be coming up soon. They'll find something. They always do. It seems more now than ever before. There was a time when it was like you just accepted it for what it was. Now it's just they just sit there and laying in judgment and passing their condemnation of a film or even their praise. That's far and few between, isn't it? All right, then. We'll leave that one for now. Okay. See you later. Ta-ra. Bye for now.